All right, what's up? So I've been streaming from my hotel room, right? And a lot of the times I hear people saying, I guess like newer people getting into streaming. Not that I'm some like big time successful streamer that I hope to be sometime at some point. But I hear people talking about how you need all this crazy stuff to stream. Like I was literally watching the dude, what is his name, Leaks World, on TikTok the other day, and his friend was like telling him he needed all this stuff, all this different stuff, this expensive stuff to stream, and I'm like, no, you don't. And I started out with almost nothing, right? Like this right now is my setup because I'm in temporary housing in Washington, looking for an apartment, and because my wife's job moved us out here, and I had my laptop on me. I had her extra phone that she doesn't use anymore. At first I was using my phone, but which is right there, right? And then and then I had my Steam Deck, right? So I was like, I wonder if the Steam Deck, literally, because I didn't even think my laptop was an option. I didn't think that the laptop was an option for streaming at all. So I was looking at the Steam Deck because I was like, the Steam Deck can actually run, you know, pretty okay games, right? Like in well, like some games are, you know, not there yet. Maybe can't run at 60, you gotta run at 40 or 30 FPS, but they can run them smoothly, right? So I was like, I wonder if I go into desktop mode, can I use OBS to stream? And you can. You can. I looked it up first before I even tried it, but you can. I didn't believe it that it was that smooth until I tried it, and I was like, this might be a feasible way. And then I found out that the hotel internet was actually alright, and like I could stream and also download updates for my games, because I just assumed that I would never be able to update any of my games. If my games had updates, then that would be it, and I wouldn't be able to play it for a month until I moved into my apartment and got some real internet. But the internet here is not bad. So anyway, like all this stuff over here too, like this camera, I have not even used this camera in the past couple of days because of the way I have this setup. So I moved this down here from up there, and you know, because I've been looking down at the Steam Deck screen a lot, and when I'm streaming, it looks like I'm just looking down at nothing, and like it looks like I'm asleep. So at least now you can see that I'm holding the Steam Deck when I'm streaming. So I literally just switched that today, so you won't see it in any of my videos until after, I guess, this goes up. But yeah, so like I was using the stand that the phone is sitting on for the Steam Deck when I wanted to sit it down, or if I wanted to sit it on a stand and use the keyboard and mouse, because I was using this mouse for the Steam Deck and I was using this mouse for the laptop, right? And all that stuff is set up through this USB hub. There's a capture card there. Next to the capture card, to the left of it, is the little receiver for the microphone, and then the plug for the mouse, because I left the wireless part for the Superlight in my main computer, which is in storage. So yeah, so my computer, as long as I'm not playing any games on it, can run like it. You don't even need a graphics card to run a stream, to be honest. Like you can use X264, and any of the like current CPUs will probably be fine to be able to stream. Now I did compromise on resolution because 1080p seemed like it was a little too much for this laptop, and streaming and doing, you know, what I wanted to do. So I dropped it down to 720p, and it's not terrible. Like sometimes you make compromises if you want to do certain stuff, but if your content is there, the 720p won't really matter. Like if people are interested in what it is you have to say, or if they're you know, if they want to watch the video, they'll watch the video. I posted a 720p video. I posted a couple 720p videos, I'm pretty sure, and they got around the same stuff, same, you know, views that my stuff normally gets, which is, it's not a lot, but hopefully this could be, you know, something that goes out there for people that want to start streaming and don't have a crazy computer. This laptop was like probably like $400, 6 years ago, or no, not 6 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. It was like 3 years ago, because it was during the pandemic. That's what it was. It was like 3 years ago. So this is like a 3-year-old laptop. It cost $400 when I bought it. It was on sale, and it has a touchscreen. I barely ever use a touchscreen. I didn't buy it for that, but I found out it did, which is pretty cool. And I was under the impression that I was just going to be using this laptop all the time for pretty much just like looking at chat, because I had an old Mac that my wife wasn't using anymore, and I used that as my second monitor to just monitor the chat and my stream, right? And then I spilled coffee on it, so I had to get a new laptop because it doesn't work at all anymore. But yeah, you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot to start streaming. If you want to stream, or if you're on a budget and you want to start doing something, this is what you can do. Now, if you want to, like later, I think I'm going to go to Target and get an external hard drive. See if I can get one for a light amount of money, like a small one, because I need to be able to use it for Photoshop. I can use Photoshop on this computer too, but I need a scratch disk, and I don't have a whole lot of space on this computer. It's, I've been recording stuff, and I don't want the scratch disk to take up all the stuff. Whatever. I don't want to deal with that. So I'm gonna go get an external, and I'm gonna use it, because I didn't expect to be using my laptop as much as I am right now. But it came in handy having it. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm streaming off of my laptop from the Steam Deck, and I have my webcam, which is this phone. It's plugging in using the Android, what is it called? Droid Cam. I'm using Droid Cam for OBS, or it's called OBS Droid Cam. There's two separate ones. There's Droid Cam, and that's for everything else. And then if you're using it in OBS with the OBS plugin, you want to get Droid Cam OBS, or OBS Droid Cam, or something of the nature. It's like a black circle icon made from the same people. It's the exact same app, except it's one for a plugin for OBS, and it's one for just overall using it as a webcam, and it's great. It's free. You can buy it, I think, for $5 to have permanent access to it and never have to see an ad or use an ad. But what I do is I just click the watch ad button, and it says it activates it for 2 hours to take the watermark and activate HD. But if you're streaming or you're using it for more than 2 hours straight, it doesn't just shut off on you. It'll give you way more than 2 hours. I usually leave it plugged in all day long, and it runs all day with no watermark and HD enabled. So as long as you're still using it, it will not screw you over and pop up a watermark in the middle of your screen if you go over 2 hours. So that's what I do. I'm probably going to end up just buying it at some point, because I'm going to get tired of hitting the Get Pro and then clicking the advert and then waiting for the advertisement to go by, and then hitting the X button and then hitting the other X button, and then starting whatever I'm doing. I usually set that up when I get ready to stream, and it is what it is right now. It's not like I don't have the money to do it. It's just that I don't feel like I need to. I don't need to buy it right now, and maybe if I need it sometime in the future, it'll be useful, because I did buy the other one. But then when I use the OBS plugin, I'm like, I already bought this. Why can't I just use the one that I'm using for the OBS plugin? But whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. So I'm just going to use the OBS plugin one and just keep hitting the advert button for now, until I get tired of doing that. But yeah, like I said, if you want to stream, start streaming. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars, even though the phone, you could probably get one of these phones. If you don't have one yourself, or if you want to spare one, get like a S21, or get like just get a phone that has a good camera that's not very expensive. Or you can just get a camera. Like, you can just get a camera and then make sure it has HDMI out, and do HDMI into the little real quick. I made a mistake while I was talking and rambling on at the mouth about the camera. The only reason why I'm even using a phone as a camera is because I have one HDMI card or one HDMI capture card, the little USB capture card thing right here. I only have one of them. I could buy another one of them. I didn't want to wait. So what I did was, and I was like, I don't have to spend another $10 for it. I could just use the phone that I have, available to me, and use it into USB, because since I only have one HDMI plug for a capture card, I needed to free up the HDMI port so that I can use it to capture footage from the Steam Deck, because the hub that I have, this USB little dock thing that I have, has an HDMI out. So you can use this as an HDMI out for the Steam Deck and also plug USB 3 into it, and it's USB-C, and it has a USB-C charger port in it too. So it's like a little dock thing, right? And I need this out HDMI into the capture card over there, so I can't use this camera because that one is a HDMI, and I can't do two HDMIs into the capture card. So that's the reason why I'm even using the phone in the first place. The little $10 capture card, I'm using that $10 capture card to capture my footage from the Steam Deck. It's $10 on Amazon, between $10 and $20 depending on what seller you buy it from, but they're all the same. I have two other ones that I could have put in my suitcase but didn't, and so I just bought another one. That's how cheap it is. I was going to buy the $30 capture card that's probably just as good as the AverMedia one I have, that I paid $150 for, but people are coming out with technology that's cheap because it's easy to make this stuff, I guess, and they're like, oh well, since people are making it, let's make it cheaper and make it more available to people that need something just to capture game footage or video and put it into whatever else they need to put it into, right? It shouldn't even be that expensive. $150 for it. It probably doesn't need to be that expensive, because this one is working just fine, and it doesn't look any less good. You can do 4K in, it doesn't do 4K out. The little $10 capture card, it does 1080p out. At 30, it does at 30 FPS. It doesn't do it at 60, but you can go in with 4K 60, and it will put out 1080p 30, I believe. I don't remember if it does 60 or not. If it does do 60, that's great. If not, and if it's only 30, which I'm pretty sure it's only 30, that's fine too, because it's $10. I just need it to capture some video to put it into the computer. But yeah, it's just fine. You can go watch the stuff that I post. It's not the super high quality that my other stuff usually is. So if I'm doing 1440p, directly from my computer, or streaming 1080p directly from my computer in OBS and all that kind of stuff with my high quality camera and stuff like that. But like, this camera looks just as good as this one. Well, no, it doesn't. I'm lying. It doesn't look just as good as this one, because this one I have an actual lens on it that gives me the depth of field that I don't have to artificially put it into there. But this one I'm not using any depth of field at all for this, so whatever. It still looks clean, clear. It does its job. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're starting at the bottom, always start at the bottom. Work your way up with equipment. Only buy equipment when you really feel like you need to buy equipment. You don't need to buy equipment for your stream unless you really, really like have the money, or you feel like it will improve the stream for your viewers in some way and not just necessarily for you. The stuff that will improve it for you should come last. So like the first thing you want to do is, have an okay mic. Like, the mic I'm using is one of those, what is it? One of those $20 lavalier mics. It's this microphone. This is what I'm using right now. And the only reason why I'm using this mic right now is because the microphone on the Steam Deck, it was fine, right? Except the only problem is when the fan starts to kick up on the Steam Deck, the fan is right next, well, the microphone is attached to the Steam Deck, just like the fan is attached to the Steam Deck. So you can hear, so everybody in the stream can hear the fan kick up a whole lot. And it's like, well, I don't want that. And then I had some headphones, those headphones right there, they have a mic on them. So when I plugged those into the Steam Deck, it wasn't good. I don't think they agree with the Steam Deck because like there's like little crackling static sound all the time, like consistent. It's not like knocking up against my clothes. It's just like this consistent static sound. So I'm like, that doesn't sound good for anybody. So I don't want to do that. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a little, the little lavalier mic. I'm gonna try that out and see how it sounds. And it's okay. It serves its purpose. It's not super amazing. Like I have a mic that I paid $30 for that I have plugged into like $200, maybe $250 worth of equipment, maybe $300 worth of equipment actually, because like it has a not a cloud lifter, but something similar to a cloud lifter. It's plugged right into the mic, and then that's also plugged into the Go XLR Mini that I have. So I have those things, and right now the mic that I'm using is not the one on my shirt because I'm just recording directly into the phone's microphone. So that's what I'm using right now. That's not the mic that's on my shirt. So whatever it sounds like, that's the phone's microphone. But yeah, so you don't need a lot. That was the whole purpose of talking about this, because I thought I'd jump on here and make a quick video talking about things that, it's not important to have the most expensive equipment right out of the gate to start streaming. You can make a very good looking stream starting out, as long as your content, like you work on your content more than the stuff that or more than the equipment that you have. Work with what you've got. And if you can't afford to have a whole bunch of stuff, or if you're not sure if you need certain things, just wait until you start to gain a little traction, with content maybe, and then you can start to build up. I mean, you can do what you want with your money. Like over time, I started to, build up small things like my $30 mic. I've never felt the need to buy a $200 mic or, $150 mic, but I did want a Go XLR, but I didn't want the full Go XLR because I'm like, I'm not going to use the whole thing. And then they had the Go XLR Mini, so I was like, I do want that, but I'm not going to get it right now because I really don't need it. But then that was the very last thing that I ever bought for my stream setup, and I don't think I really bought anything else for my stream setup specifically. Maybe like some stuff for my computer or something that I've wanted, but nothing for my stream setup that I've bought. Everything now I have that I need. I don't know anything else that I would want except for a second monitor. A second monitor would really help me, but that's something I'll also put off because I'm like, I don't need a second monitor, but I would really, really like to have a second monitor. Especially when I move into the new place, if I don't have a TV in the same room with me, because instead of using a second monitor, I used to plug my computer into my 55-inch television that was right on the other side of the room, that in my living room. And when I would, go live, I would just put OBS on my 55-inch screen on the other side of the room so I could monitor my OBS. And that was it. Like I would just put it full screen and just monitor my OBS on the 55-inch screen all the way across the room. That would be the equivalent of me putting the OBS on that monitor over there. But my TV is bigger than that. That was in my apartment. But we still have that television. It's just in storage. Everything that I have is in storage. All that stuff I have right here is pretty much what I brought with me, and clothes and stuff, and my arcade stick. That was pretty much it. But yeah. So if you have any questions ever about, stream stuff, or what you think you should get, or what do you think you need, you could comment here and ask me questions, or you can hit up my Discord. If you look in, maybe, I think I'll put a link to the Discord in the description of this video. And just message me in the Discord server, like at me in the Discord server in the lounge or something like that. And, tell me you want access to the creator Discord channel, and I'll give you content creator tag. And my Discord doesn't get used often like right now, because most of the people that use my Discord were playing Valorant, and I don't really play Valorant right now. I may pick up Valorant late because I kind of miss Valorant a little bit. I miss Valorant a little bit. But yeah, just message me in the content, or message me in my Discord server, and I will gladly talk to you about anything you want to talk about in terms of content creation or anything like that. If you like or interested in what I'm doing, or you have any questions, because I've been through a lot with content creation, and dude, I love talking about it. I love talking about it. I love talking about it, theorizing about it, and giving people what I know to help them further what they're doing in content creation. So yeah, all right. Well, that's about it for this video. It was way longer than I expected it to be, but I hope somebody gets something out of it. All right, peace.